The pedagogical part that relates to the Virtue Project. I think the Virtue Project does a great job using the 5E components, and they would get a thumbs up from Leon Letterman. So, well, you just weave it in yourself. It doesn't have to be an outward thing. And nobody's saying that all those E's have to happen in one class period. That's the other thing I wanted to mention. Nobody's saying you have to do that in 45 minutes or an hour. This could take, depending on what you're doing, 2 or 3 days. Or you could do something very quick that used all of those in half an hour, depending on what the activity was. So it really is up to an experienced educator to sift through all of this and make it happen. But experienced educators don't happen in 2 or 3 years. Just a note, we have a few 5E models to follow, so if you wanted to see how they're constructed, we have some here. Well, this is one that we did a few years ago called Fish Oil Really. It's the whole idea that omega-3 oils aren't made by fish, they're made by algae, and they're accumulated by fish in the food chain, but most people don't understand that idea. So we take them through a whole series of activities so they can get the whole idea behind that in a 5E type format, right here. So you can click on each one of these and it goes through the whole activity with you, but that's what it looks like on the web. So we have a few models there for people to follow. Yeah. So I think what we should say is we all agree that plants can grow, right? So you put some seeds in the soil, you let the students grow a plant. Then you ask them, how did it do that? You don't have to tell them anything. So the idea is to get their ideas out of their head first. How did that happen? Then you can build on that with which they already know. So then they're saying, hey, I'm confident because I knew some of the right things myself before anybody told me. And then I'm willing to learn more from you now because I don't know everything, right? So that's the context that you want to set up. The fact that their information is important, and then you can add to that. Not, my information is the most important, and you should just know it, right? Which sounds kind of mean in a certain way, but that's typically how we've taught sciences for a long time. Does that make sense? Okay. Make sure the translation is working here. So I would watch the documentary. It's really, really fantastic work. Okay?